Hey guys, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You're watching Life of Promise. So guys, I got some feedback from a video that I released, I think before the last one, and it's about a friend who was concerned about me having one underwear from Monday to Friday, and I was like, yeah, perhaps she's not the only one who's concerned. Perhaps there is other people who are concerned but cannot talk to me because maybe they're scared I'll get offended. No, I'm not get offended, and I'm so happy that I got this feedback, because even me right now, I find it interesting in many ways, in a bad way, in a good way, in very different ways. I find it interesting and unreal, but when I think about it, when I come to think about it, I'm like, it actually happened to me. And yeah, so I guess there is so few kids right now who can survive with only one underwear because of the way the world is growing. And when you look here in the Western world, it's completely different. It's impossible. I don't know if it's possible. If you're there and you're from Europe or from the United States, you can please tell me if it's possible or not. But according to what I've seen here, I don't think it's possible. And even back home, when I look at other kids out there, wow, kids are on a very different level of access to things. So yes, it happened to me, and this is why and how it happened to me, because I told my friend, look, I will try to explain maybe to other people also to see why this happened. So the thing is, as if you saw my video about how I grew up or where I grew up from, I grew up from a village with my grandparents, and life in a village, this place is a place that's not so far away from the city, from civilization or modernization, but it's somehow still a village even up to now. As I told you before, a friend of mine asked me how old am I, because I'm talking about the 70s or the 60s or the 80s, and I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah, the way you're talking, the way you grew up, the things you experienced, they're like of very old people. And I'm like, no, I'm not really that old, but yes, I grew up in a place which was a village. And just so to come quickly on how things happened, and why I ended up living like that. So I was living with my grandparents, and I wouldn't say we were poor. Actually, we were not, because my grandfather was one of the names we talked about in the community, and actually someone was like, oh, okay, hello, nice to meet you, you're from that family. And so life was like that. Like, we were not poor, we were just living like poor people. Or we just didn't have access to their luxuries. Because maybe it took my grandmother a whole day to go to the city to buy me an underwear and come back, or not. But whatever the case was, I only had an underwear from my mom. When my mom came over, when I was going to start school, I only got an underwear when I was ready to start school. And yeah, I don't know why I never had an underwear before. So if I was not at school, I was not wearing any underwear. I was free bird, you birds in the sky. Yes, it was like that, and it was normal. But one time, guys, let me tell you, only one time it felt abnormal, and on that day I tried. After that, I learned how to make my own underwear from different pieces of clothes, from my mom's or my grandmom's leftover clothes. I learned to make my own underwear, so I could have several ones, but actually these ones that I made with my hands could not go to school. So I still had one underwear to go to school, and I had these other ones that I made myself to have at home. I think that's when I was starting to grow up. I don't know, but yeah, that's what it was. And so one day I was telling you, one day it stopped being funny at school. You know, we had these moments at school as young girls when someone just comes and they're like, wee! They open your dress from down and they're like, wee! And they see the color of the panty you had, the underwear you had on. Because, yeah, girls had very nice underwears. They had pink, yellow, red, all these kinds of nice colors, and they had them. And me, I always had one. It was actually peach. If you guys know the color peach, that was the underwear I had. And I think it was also from someone mature because there was a way they adjusted it here on the side. It looked like it was big and somebody cut the elastic and they pulled it a bit tighter to fit me, and then they closed it again with hand. So I know they gave me an old underwear to go without school. So yes guys, one day this boy came as we were just playing and he was like, he opened my dress, my uniform, and I had zero underwear on and I was so embarrassed. Every child started looking at me and they were laughing at me, and I was actually a bit grown. I think I was about 7 or 8 because I was in my primary 3, or maybe I was less than that. I have to think about that again. I have to compare the years there. But I was really not such a baby. I realized it because these were games we used to play, and actually boys were the ones who played these kinds of games on us. And I was extremely embarrassed. I've never felt this kind of embarrassment before in my life. And from that day, because I didn't wash my underwear on Saturday and my uniform, I literally was very dirty on Monday morning. I was having this dirty dress that I wore for the past 1 week. And remember, we play in Africa. When you go to school, you play. We play during break time and lunch time. Every break we have, we do play. And trust me, it's dusty, it's dirty, it's very, very dirty. So we play, we sweat, we eat a lot of fruits, and they are all dripping on your dress. So imagine this kind of dirty dress I had on a Monday. I didn't wash it. I don't know what the reason was, but I was so dirty, and that meant I could not wear the underwear, because guess what? During all this week that you're playing and spending the whole day in your underwear, it starts having a kind of odor. So if you wear it for another week, you're definitely going to smell in the classroom. You don't want that. So it's better you leave it at home, wait for the coming Saturday to wash it, or yeah, it's the only option. You can't take it to school. You will stink in the classroom. So I left it at home, and I was naked, and this boy just swung my dress off like I was naked, and they all started laughing at me. I was this happy kid in the classroom. I was always very active. Like, my teacher always counted on me. She knew I knew the answers. I knew I could explain to other kids what's going on. But from that day and the week ahead, I was like a little bunny, hiding myself in the back. I'm always the front seater. This week, I was always in the back, hiding myself, and every time the teacher asked a question, I was like, I wasn't present. I was the laugh of the week. I was the talk of the week. Everybody didn't want to associate with me. They were all staying away. They were all talking about me. I could see every girl looking at me like that, and I didn't have so many friends. Like, I don't even remember if I had any friends. So imagine that. I was very, very embarrassed. So yes, my grandparents, I guess they didn't think that it was necessary for me to have a lot of underwears, because it's not like they didn't have money. Because my grandfather is the kind of guy you could go and you're like, Grandpa, they sent me home for school fees. This is the guy who used to have bags, sacks of money in his bedroom. I think there were no banks in this, but yeah, there were 0 banks. because even when they gave me school fees to take at school, I'll come back with that story, how I used to carry school fees to school if my grandparents didn't take it. So yes, my grandpa is the guy who used to have sacks and sacks of money in his bedroom. He had a corner of money in his bedroom. Like, our house was moderate. It was not that dirty or bad house. It's one of the houses that had concrete in. We were having a water tank that when the rain came, we had enough water. We didn't have to go to the water stream. So we were not poor, but I don't know. And I never had shoes. I only saw shoes on my feet once when I was going for my confirmation graduation. You know, the Catholics, if you know that, you have the confirmation where you wear the nice white dress like a little bride. I got an old dress from my sister. Yes, she was on the other side living like a princess, and I was this side living like a village girl. Yes, I still hold that against you, sister. I know you know that. So if my mom didn't bring me shoes to wear on a special day, I didn't have shoes. And the moment I wore them after the occasion, she took them back. So I literally didn't have shoes to wear the rest of the year. No nice dress until Christmas, when she comes and brings me the same dress that I had last year from my sister, or she has another one that she doesn't like so much, she gave me. And yeah, life moved on. I saw all of this as a privilege. Actually, I was always looking forward to my sister getting tired of the dress so I could also rock it. So it's funny how happy I was not knowing that I was not actually living a good life. Not like a good life, but maybe I didn't have the luxuries. I never lived in luxury, so I didn't see how bad it was until now. I look back and I'm like, really? I lived like that? Really? And we were not poor? We were not at all. I know that because I saw this money every single day, and it was doing nothing apart from paying our school fees. We were like grandkids at home, and he was paying for all of us. Yes. Yeah. But it was still enough. There was always stuff of money. Yes, there was. And I didn't think it was important to buy me underwear. I don't know. Rest in peace, grandpa. They're no more here. Yeah. Story. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I have a huge, like that huge story, and I want to share it with the world. I want to make some people laugh or get inspired, or I don't know, whatever it makes you feel. Just don't hate me for sharing my story. I know some of my family already got to me that were like, hey, talk about yourself, don't talk about us. Yes, I'm talking about myself. I didn't grow up with you guys. Apparently, some of you lived like princesses, as I was living like a farmer. So I'm not talking about you guys, I'm talking about myself, how I grew up. It's different. Thanks guys, please subscribe and share my videos. Thank you, see you next time, bye.